Look at that. What the hustle. Hey, I had to hop on here, y'all, because I got a good download. I got to get it out. Let me pause this here. Now, and you're going to have to excuse me, because for whatever reason, hold on. Mountain Dew, I like it, but for this evening, man, it got me feeling all weird in my body. I had to postpone coming on here, but I said, I got to get this out. So zoomies or not, this is warm water. I'm trying to flush my system. Hold on. I'm coming, y'all. This is going to be good. This is going to help somebody. I think it's going to free somebody. This is going to do something for somebody. I think. Hold on. Let me just breathe. Cheers. First of all, this is what I heard. I heard this. I was hearing this. How will you tell your story? For whatever reason, this is the download that came in. So I had to hop on here. Zoomies or not. I heard, no, this is what I really heard. I heard, how will you, I ain't kidding. How will you tell your story? How will you tell your story? And I thought, what's this about? What is this about? How will you tell your story? And I keep hearing it's in your voice. It's in your voice. It's in your voice. Hold on, let me hear. What's this? Yeah, I heard it. I said, I heard this. How will you tell your story? It's something concerning you or whoever come across this. It's in your voice. It's in your voice. And I had to sit with that and ponder on that because I'm like, what is this? What's going on? And then I started hearing, hey, what is that saying? You get more flies with honey than vinegar. I started hearing it. You get more flies with honey than vinegar. And then I heard bad news travels fast. Bad news travels fast. And what people need to hear, people are looking for words of encouragement. People are looking for hope. People are looking for hope. People need encouragement. You get more flies with honey than vinegar. Bad news travels fast. And then I kept hearing it's in your voice. It's something regarding whoever come across it. It's something in your voice. How will you share your story? How will you tell your story? I just started hearing these words like coming in like poo, 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 poo. So I just had to sit with that. And I'm still pondering on it, but maybe I could work through this with y'all. Because I'm not 100% where it's leading to. But it's something regarding your voice. It's something that is regarding your voice. For somebody who think they don't got no value, or somebody who don't think they have much to offer. It's something in your voice that somebody need to hear. You get more flies with honey than vinegar. And bad news travels fast. So I guess what this is meaning is that, look, the way the world is set up, for whatever reason, it keeps you so busy where you never have a chance to really pause and reflect on the things that you've actually overcome, or the obstacles and challenges that you've been able to overcome in your past. It's something about the past. It's some things that you've been through that you've actually made it out on the other side. And it's people who need to hear this. I keep hearing it. It's in your voice. It's something in your voice. How will you tell your story? Because bad news travel fast and people are looking for hope. People are needing words of encouragement. And somebody who come across has got some testimonies to share, but for whatever reason, they think you're minimizing them and thinking that people wouldn't want to hear it. But what people need right now is not more information about the cynic. We already know the cynic dark shit about the world and whatever's going on out there, and conditioning and programming and agendas and all of it. That's out there and that's true, and that kind of news travels extremely fast. But what about the things, the testimonies you got? You got some things that you overcome in your past that you keep into yourself, and people want to hear. It's something in your voice. I don't know. That's all I'm hearing. It's something in your voice. It's something you're supposed to be sharing. I keep hearing, how will you tell your story? How will you tell your story? But somebody need to hear it. It's something about you and your past. Even if your life ain't perfect, it's something that you have a testimony. You have some kind of testimony. And whether you are extremely a spiritual person or not. That part don't even matter. I just kept hearing, look, bad news travels fast. And at this point in time in history, I guess currently people just looking for words of encouragement and hope. And like, I don't even read the Bible like that. I go through it sometime. But what came to mind is how something about the Bible being examples of how the resilience of the human spirit, something about these stories in the Bible are examples of what you can get through when you are faced with opposition and obstacles and challenges. The Bible stories are examples of how people face those hard times, but how they're able to come through those hard times. But for whatever reason, I think sometimes it's relatable, but it just seems so far in the past that sometimes people have a hard time looking at those stories and those examples as a living blueprint of what's possible and what you can overcome and what, when you're going through challenges, what can actually happen for you. It might be hard for people to relate to it. So some kind of way it came in my heart, God just was like, it's something in your voice. It's something that you're supposed to share about. You got a testimony in you that you squandering that people need to hear, because people are looking for words of encouragement. People need hope. And when you, even if you, and I'm hearing this, feel the fear and do it anyway. It's something in your voice. When you share this testimony, what that'll do is it'll help somebody come out of something. It'll help somebody. It'll almost be like a modern day version of a Bible parable or a Bible example. When you share whatever this thing is potentially that you've overcome from your past, that you think is like, no, that ain't nothing. Everybody go through that and everybody overcome it. No, it's something you're supposed to be sharing to help pull somebody out of some dark time that really feel like all is lost. Because I keep hearing it. It's something in your voice. And I keep hearing it. You get more flies with honey than vinegar. Bad news travel fast. So in other words, it's enough toxic reminders going on of the things that's shitty about the earth and the things that make the world, it's not necessarily ideal right now, or whatever is going on out there. We know about all that dark stuff. But I keep hearing that you get more flies with honey than vinegar. But it's not even about toxic positivity. It's about somebody. You got some testimony. You got a testimony. You got something you need to be sharing that can help somebody come out of something. But for whatever reason, you smushing it down and making it seem like it's irrelevant. But somebody need to hear that. Somebody need to hear something about that you've overcome. Because that's what people need. People need testimonies. People need to hear what you've overcome, what you've been through in your past that was hard as shit for you, and you actually pulled through. They need to know how you did it. They need to know how you did it, because that'll give them hope. And it might talk somebody off the ledge. It might make somebody stop being so self-destructive. If you share your insight on what you've realized about yourself or your perspective shift, whatever it is, it's something in somebody's voice. I don't know. I was just hearing that just as loud. How will you tell your story? You matter. And the more people who build up the courage to share their story, especially with us being in a digital age, what that does is it's providing like modern day examples of how you are able to get through anything. You can get through stuff, no matter how it looks, no matter what it is you're going through. It's somebody, you're not alone. First of all, people need to hear these stories and hear your testimony to know that they're not alone in their experience, their human experience, and that with specific perspective shifts or certain ways of pivoting or being more strategic or shifting in this way or whatever, they need to know what you did. Somebody want to know somebody need to hear something that you've been through that you think is minimal. It's something that you've been through, that you overcame, that you've actually pulled a lot of wisdom from, that you're minimizing, that somebody need to hear, because I keep hearing it. It's something in your voice. It's something in your voice. How will you tell your story? And if you want to, and then I kept hearing this too. If you want to change the world, if you want to make a difference in the world, that's the best way to serve, is to find some kind of courage to share your testimony of something that you've been through, something that you have been through and experienced, that you are either minimizing and you thinking that there's no value in it, or for whatever reason, darkness got you feeling ashamed to share it, when actually you won and it's something you should be proud of. So I don't know who needed to hear this, but I was hearing that. This is loud. Like, how will you tell your story? And you tell your story. It's in your voice. It's something you got to say. It's something you got to say. And you thinking that it's minimal, but it's huge, because it's something that will really contribute. It'll be a huge act of service. It'll really help somebody. But somewhere in your thinking, or somebody or something that's got you thinking that it's nothing that's relevant, like it won't be helpful, but it will. Somebody need to hear it. Because I was even hearing this song, that's my story, my testimony. You know that song people keep uploading on them shorts, and they just be singing to the words, like lip singing. But I was hearing it. That's my story, my testimony. Oh my God, will not fail. Whatever that song is. Yeah, somebody need. So you got to open your mouth, and even what they say, speak your truth, even if your voice shake. It's something you're supposed to be saying. It's something that you sleeping on. It's some kind of experience that you think is irrelevant. It won't be helpful for somebody, but people need to hear your testimony. People are looking for words of encouragement and hope. That's what they want to hear. And I kept hearing that you get more flies with honey than vinegar. So people are well aware, bad news travel fast. So people are well aware of all the cynic stuff and the dark plots and everything that's going on out here in this world, the dark stuff, the worldly stuff. People are aware of it. But what people, for whatever reason, what don't get spread is good things, positive things, the things that you overcome, the challenges and how you made it out, and this kind of thing. That's what people need to hear. And he brought me to that. He said a lot of the stuff that the Bible we talk about, it'd be examples of what human beings in distant history went through and how they overcame it. They slayed the Goliath or whatever these different things are. But sometimes it's, sometimes it's hard to relate as much because you feel like it's too far distant. Sometimes it might be hard. But if you share your testimony in this modern day, this will give somebody, it might pull somebody out of a dark time and let them know what's possible because they're hearing a modern day experience of what somebody has been through and came out that they can relate to. So that's why your story is unique to you, and people need to hear it. I keep hearing it. It's something in your voice. It's something in your voice. And that's the whole reason God allowed you to go through from one thing, and he didn't let it kill you, because now that you're on the other end of this thing, he wants you to share that. He wants you to share that as a testimony of what is possible. Even when life be lifing, you can still make it. You can still make it if you have this perspective shift, or if you, if you let go of certain parts of your ego personality so that you can, I don't know what it might be specific to you. You know what it is, but I was just hearing that. He said, look, it's in your voice. You want to make a difference. You want to really make a difference and serve out here. He said, open your mouth. That's what I keep hearing. Open your mouth. It's something in your voice. How will you tell your story? You need to tell your story. And it might not even be nothing huge and profound, but it's something that you've been through in your past or in your history that you overcame. And somehow you thinking that it's worthless, but people need to hear it. You can really help somebody. And this is the prime time to do it because of the digital age. This is the time to do it. So don't let the devil trick you out of something that actually happened to you for your good, for you to be able to be useful and be of service, more of service. If you're feeling lost or like, okay, well, what's next? Maybe that's something you're supposed to be doing. Sharing your experience. I don't care what it is. Whether it's how you left your 9-to-5 or how you built this business or how you overcame domestic violence. How did you get out of that? How did you ease out of that? How did you cope with the depression or stress of your divorce or anything? It's something you're supposed to be sharing. I don't know who this is. How you navigate a poly relationship. I don't goddamn know. But it's something somebody on the other end of the screen got a unique perspective from some life experience they've been through, and you sleeping on it and you thinking that it's something that everybody know already, or you thinking that it's something that's useless. It's like, no, that's just me. No, if you done overcame something and you got a testimony about how you can get through something hard, it could be an addiction, it could be anything. Somebody need to hear it because people want practical steps of how to overcome stupid stuff. Not really stupid stuff, but how to overcome obstacles. What did you do? People need to hear this. So I just want to hop on here because I thought, damn, why? Because it popped in my head just random, like, open your mouth, open your mouth. There's something in your mouth. How will you tell your story? Soldier boy, how you gonna tell your story? Soldier girl, he wants you to tell it. He didn't let you go through all that and bring you through that. And on the other end of that, I don't care how low in the valley you was, even if you ain't all the way out of it. If you learn something, you got something that you could share. It's something he said, open your mouth. It's something, it's a testimony. It's something you're supposed to be sharing. He don't want you gatekeeping that. Because it's something that you hold on to, that you thinking that is minimal or it ain't useful. No, but that's something that's going to, come on. He just said, open your mouth. Open your mouth. You might be fearful or whatever, or you feel like, nah, that's too much. It ain't. I mean, I don't care how you do it. Write something, make a poem, do something. But something you have experienced is very valuable. And somebody need to hear how you did it. Somebody need to hear your testimony of how you were able to overcome this thing, whatever it is. Because that's like an example of, it'll be an example of a testimony of the beauty out the ashes kind of testimony, or what was meant for harm will be worked out for your good kind of testimony. Somebody needs to hear this so they can know, hear a real live, up-to-date human testimony of what it'd be like, what life can really transform into, and how you can overcome this thing, how you can evolve out of dark times. And this too shall pass. People need these kind of testimonies. And there's some of y'all who probably got them, but don't know that what you went through actually would really be useful. And it's a gold nugget. It's something that you need to be sharing. So he said, don't sleep on that. Open your mouth. It's in your mouth. It's in your mouth. There's something in your mouth. Use your voice. It's somebody that's just quiet. So get to the bottom of whatever it is that might be making you thinking you need to be mute, whatever that is, and just open your mouth. Just push record, whatever I don't know how you would want to do it. Write it down, journal it, turn it into an ebook. I don't know, a self-help ebook, short story, something. It's something you've experienced that is very valid. It's going to be useful, and it's something that you've overcome that people need to know. I keep hearing it. It's in your mouth. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Okay, so I love y'all. I had to get this out because maybe that was why I was feeling like, ooh, I got the damn energy. So maybe that was what that was. He ain't let my head hurt. He just let that, because I guess it was just getting bottled up in me, because I was like, well, I want to deal with that. I want to take a nap, but he wouldn't let me rest. He wasn't gonna let me rest, because he said somebody need to hear this pronto. How will you tell your story? Hey, but yeah, that's what I heard. It's something you're supposed to be sharing. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Okay. Hey, this confirmation. Open your mouth. Even he opening his mouth. Open your mouth. Stop sleeping on yourself. It's something you done went through that you need to be sharing, and you thinking that you minimizing it, or either you letting fear shelter you in place. But it's something that's probably something that's going to potentially you don't know who need to hear that, and you don't know who all you can impact, even if it's just one person. So don't let the devil trick you, make you think that whatever it is that's in your mouth that need to come out, that's a testimony that can help somebody. Don't let the devil make you think that don't matter, because it do. Even if it's just one somebody, it might be one person who need to hear that. Okay? So I love you, and I just hope this puts something on somebody's mind, because I heard that just as loud. That's my story, my testimony. You know that song. Oh, my God will not fail. Whatever the hell. I heard it just loud. What the hell? And he wouldn't let me rest. I would show up and take a nap. I said, I'm going to just take a little nap and just, But no, that's what that was. That energy had to get released. It had to be expressed. And that's what happened when you when you be trying to close off your own damn throat chakra and not get something out that you're supposed to. He'll let you be uneasy. It'll be an uneasy feeling in your body, in your being. You got to. So that message was with me too. It's something in your mouth. Open your mouth. Okay, I love y'all. And I just hope it's helpful. I might come back a little later. But just ponder on that. Stew on that. Chew on that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. It's something you're supposed to be saying. And my intention is that if you even came across this even quickly, it's something you got to share. It's a testimony. It's something that you overcame. And it's something that you're supposed to be sharing. Okay? So just think about that. You have value. You do. And it's important. Somebody need to hear it. So I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.